Hey everyone, welcome to the video for the Home Learning 1 answer key. All right, let's just jump right into this first problem here. We got a line segment of AB, it's a diameter in this one, and we want to find the measure of angle C. So we want to find this guy way out here. So we're given AB as a diameter, and we know that it cuts the circle into two semicircles. So each side of this is going to be 180 degrees. So the first thing we do is we need to find as many of the arc angles as we can. Well, we know that the big one down here at the bottom, that's going to be 180 degrees because it's a semicircle. And then what else do we know? We know that we see that angle AOE, well, that's 85. And the vertex of this is at the center of the circle. So this is a central angle, which means that it is the same degree measure as the arc that it intercepts. So arc AE, that is going to be 85 as well. And then the same thing goes for arc DB because it has a central angle with DOB. So this guy out here is 15 degrees. And last but not least, we don't really need it for this problem, but we'll just find it anyway, is we want arc ED. And this, oh, and if you add it to the 85 and the 15, you should get 180 degrees. And therefore, when you add these two guys up and subtract from 180, you get that arc ED is 80 degrees. All right, now we're set up for success. We can figure out angle C way out here. So I see angle C is the vertex of two secants. So that's the scenario we're working with, is the two secant scenario. So I'm finding an angle measure. So that means I need one auxiliary line, just one of them. So I'm going to draw my auxiliary line from A out here to D. Now when I do that, that creates three things. One is this triangle right here, triangle ADC. It also creates two inscribed angles, DAB, and it also creates ADE. And we're going to use those to find angle A and then find angle D. And then we're just going to use triangle sum theorem to find the measure of angle C. So let's get cracking. All right, so we got DAC, inscribed angle cutting off arc DB, and we know that this angle over here is half of the arc that it intercepts over here. So half of 15, that is 7.5. Okay, now let's use the other one, inscribed angle ADE. Well, that cuts off arc AE, which is 85. So that means that this angle right here is half of 85, and that is 42.5. Now you may be asking yourself, well, why did I find an angle that is not needed in my triangle? Because I need to know this angle right here in order to do triangle sum theorem to find C. Well, if you notice, this angle that I want and the angle that I just found, those are linear pairs with each other. So let's just take 42.5, subtract it from 180, and we'll get the angle that I want. And when you do that, you get 137.5. So this big guy right here is 137.5 degrees. Fantastic. Now all I got to do is just do angle C is equal to 180 degrees minus, and I just add up both of my angles that I just found. So I got 137.5 plus 7.5. And when you add those two guys up, you get 145. And therefore, the measure of angle C is 35 degrees. Excellent. So that's the first one. Let's mosey on down to the second one. All right, this one's review. So this one is talking about midpoint. So the first thing that I would do is I would just write down my midpoint formula. which, if you recall, is just the average of your x values and your y values of the coordinates of your endpoints. So we have midpoint is equal to your first x value plus your second x value, and then to take the average, you just divide by however many pieces that you have, so there's 2. And the same thing for your y values, y1 plus y2, and we divide it by 2. And we need to make sure that we put parentheses around this because it is a point. So midpoint is a point. Okay, so now I need to just plug in some values and solve. Well, what am I going to plug into? Well, I'm given A, and I'm given the midpoint. Well, I know that the x1 and the y1, those refer to the coordinates of my first point, which is A. So let's just label that real quick. So this 2 is my x1, this -3 is my y1. I also know that this whole side right here, this equation right here is equal to the x coordinate of my midpoint, which is 5. And this whole side over here is equal to the y coordinate of my midpoint, which is -1. So this whole side over here is going to equal 5, and this whole side over here is going to equal -1. So I'm just going to split these guys into 2 equations, and I'm just going to go ahead and solve for x2, which is going to be the x and y coordinates of my B point. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have x1, which I know is 2. So we have 2 plus x2 divided by 2. That's going to be set equal to 5. Then multiply the 2 across, and we get 2 plus x2 is equal to 10. Subtract the 2 over, and we get x2 is equal to 8. Now I'm just going to split this up, and now I'm going to work on my y2. So y1 is -3 plus y2 divided by 2. That is set equal to -1. Again, multiply the 2 over, we get -3 plus y2 is equal to -2. And then we're going to add the 3 over now, and we get y2 is equal to +1. Therefore, this is the denotation for therefore, in case anybody is not aware. 3 little dots in the shape of a triangle means therefore. We have that B is equal to the point 8, 1. All right. So that concludes this video for home learning number 1. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Everybody be well.